You're listening to the Giddy Gigmeister podcast. This podcast may contain some crazy language, spoilers, and absolute buffoonery. Listener's discretion is advised. Here's a sneak peek at today's episode. Take over. Go ahead, do it.
Okay, we'll try it again.
No, just keep going. I'm keeping this in. I'm not cutting this.
Oh, okay, wow.
I'm not cutting this. Go ahead.
Right.
See what you got.
5, 4, 3, 2, 1.
Get your giddy goggles on. You're listening in 4K HD, baby. Here come your hosts, the Giddy Gigmeisters.
Hey!
Hi.
Howdy! Hello and welcome to the Giddy Gigmeisters podcast, where we're proudly providing language life lessons, questionable quotables, and a plethora of performance tales dutifully detailing turbulence and triumph and entertainment and everything.
Everything. She gives it pizzazz. I like it. I don't know.
Thank you.
Whatever.
No, we might have to
all the time.
change it. Yeah.
Yeah, go ahead. It's fine.
In today's episode, your girl Cece is doing a podcast takeover. Today's episode is called Ask a Writer. And these two lovely writers have the privilege of working with me, obviously. You know them. You love them. You have concerns about some of the things that come out of their mouth. Let me introduce you to Julia and JCAT.
Yay.
Hello.
Hi.
Yes, it is I, a writer.
We exist.
Who is this third guest over here?
Let me get to it.
Okay, cut that
Yeah,
out.
Julia. Yeah, I'm not cutting that out. No, I'm not cutting that out. No. I get called out. Julia gets called out.
I just don't. I don't want it to be misleading.
Sure.
We already said
sure.
2.
Yes. And then I was going to say that we had a special guest.
Well, then say it.
Okay,
I'm so excited.
You say, Cece, it's your episode. Now we're going to come in here. We're going to talk and do everything and take it over. Blah, blah, blah. Okay, zip it. I'll get to you when I get to you.
Oh.
Dang.
Yes,
Right.
ma'am.
That's right.
All right. And we have a very nice surprise for you on this episode. Our one and only special guests. You definitely know them. They have provided lots of useful information for you. They are the most professional of professionals I have ever met, and all of their information is 100% accurate. You know them. Welcome, ladies and gentlemen, ChatGPT!
Boo. It's like like an episode of Mari. Or like the crowd is like throwing stuff. And
Instant
ChatGPT.
booze. Audience
ChatGPT.
booze.
Don't click away. The Giddy Gigmeister podcast will be right back.
All right. Now let's get into everyone's favorite segment, obviously, because it's mine. The fit check. Wow,
Oh my God.
wow.
What is ChatGPT wearing? I wonder.
Yeah, you guys, we're gonna find out, okay? But of course, your queen goes first, as always. Today, she is wearing her interview question fit, hat and all, with a nice, sleek, black pantsuit. You're welcome.
Ooh.
And the gorgeous pearl necklace to just top it all off. The hair is did, the nails are did, and she is just serving in her interview fit. All right, Julia, tell the audience what you're wearing today.
That was giving noir. That was gorgeous. I love. I was gonna call your fedora evil, but then you just the whole fit was serving.
Well, of course, the writer's like, wow, your outfit looks very noir. Of course.
Stop. Get away from me.
Let me find a genre of fiction.
It's my turn. It's my turn for me, Jack. You can't make fun of me. Hi.
Why
I'm
you only have
Julia.
10 seconds left? Oh.
Stop. I haven't started with my outfit, so my time hasn't started. JCAT. It's called The Rules. Look at top. Anyway, for my 20 seconds today, I am serving up some Cullen's realness. I'm talking the great old American pastime baseball. That scene. I have a baseball tee that's blue and white, and I have the Cullen logo. 2008, what a year. Amazing, with some like high-waist mom jeans. And of course, Minion socks.
Period. Comment down below how old you were in 2008.
Don't. Oh, we're gonna find out real fast.
All right, JCAT, tell us what you're wearing today. Pants?
I'm wearing the ultimate writer's fit, long sleeve hoodie, super thin, breathable, because you just want to be able to be warm when you're writing some absolute fire on the page. And I have my glasses on, and more clothes. Yep. I don't have Minion socks on, so
Pants?
I don't support Minions and their words.
Pants?
Oh no, my 20 seconds are up.
One of these days, we're gonna find him.
Your outfit almost got him, Cece. You almost got him. He ran out of time.
All right, special guest ChatGPT, what are you wearing today? Today, ChatGPT says, I don't wear clothes. But if I could, I imagine I'd go for something sleek and futuristic, maybe a minimalist outfit with some digital flair. What about you? What's your go-to outfit?
Don't
That's
answer.
a little creepy. That's a little creepy.
Yeah, that was creepy.
So why is our guest not wearing any clothes? Any clothes? Are just flashing us on the podcast right now.
Oh my god. I can't believe we invited this guy. Can we...
HR?
If it's their birthday. Because they're in their birthday suit.
Boo.
Hey, it's Cece, and you're listening to the Giddy Gigmeisters podcast. AKA my podcast. Shh, don't tell the others.
Before we jump into the questions for these writers, I would like to give each of them 60 seconds or less to prove to me why they think that they have the knowledge and experience to give advice about writing. Okay? So what makes you knowledgeable enough to answer these questions? Like, what kind of material do you write? And all the other things. All right? JCAT, you're first. 60 seconds or less. Ready, set, go!
Really easy. I'm literate. I know how to read. I know how to write. I'm a man, so of course I know how to write things down and make other people listen to me. Like that's a part of being born a dude. I mean, am I right, fellow dudes? Oh, well. Other than that, I've been writing for over 20 years. I love writing. It's one of my favorite things to do. And I've given lots of advice to other people who have gone on to do other great things. So as someone who loves to write and who has written a lot, I feel like I have a lot of experience in terms of being able to provide lessons from my mistakes and successes when it comes to the writing field. So yeah.
All right, under 60 seconds. Let's go. All right, Julia, you're up next. And go.
I know that Jacob's being humble because he's actually published, but I have taken some classes at Scottsdale Community College, which is one of the best film schools, currently top 10. So took some screenwriting classes. I am working on my third feature, and hopefully it's my first good one. I've written a couple one-act plays. I've made one of those one-acts into a short film. And I think a lot of my experience as an actor lends to me writing characters and dialogue. So I don't know. I think that's me.
Period. Way under 60 seconds. But heard. You are both heard. And for you listening out there, these two are incredible. I personally have not gotten to read a lot of their work. However, I trust them and believe in them, and I think they are wonderfully talented people, and I'm very, very excited to share with you what they have to offer. All right, before we go on, ChatGPT has to do their 60 seconds. Are you ready? Here we go. ChatGPT says, I'm ChatGPT, a language model created by OpenAI, trained on a diverse range of texts from literature to technical manuals, news, and everything in between. My writing spans many genres, including fiction, essays, academic papers, and business writing. I specialize in crafting clear, engaging content, answering questions, and offering advice across a wide array of topics. My knowledge comes from patterns in the data I was trained on, which covers information up until 2023. While I don't have personal experiences, I'm here to help with anything from creative writing to practical problem solving.
Wow,
No, no,
that was
ChatGPT is
so
a giggity,
good.
giggity, giggity.
That
You're
was,
marketing
whoa,
the
you can't
homework
insult our
copier.
guests. You can't insult our guest like that.
You're right.
Cece,
I was
I
wrong.
mean,
wrangle her in.
I don't really
Wrangle her
think
in.
our special guest has emotions. They're pretty straight-faced.
I don't think you could say that in front of him.
Well, I mean,
Did you just
I
misgender ChatGPT?
I might
Wow.
have.
Yeah,
Wow, Ju.
it talks like a dude.
I'm sorry.
Well, there.
They decide
We'll
to
get.
change their tonality every time they speak. So,
Yeah, yeah.
yeah, they are just who they are.
That's right.
Crazy. That is crazy.
And they are Skynet.
Hey, did you miss us? Because we're back with more giddiness on the Giddy Gigmeister podcast.
All right, everyone. Let's move into our questions for our writers. These questions are open and available to all three of you to answer freely. First question. What sparked your initial passion for writing, and how has your relationship with storytelling evolved over time?
That's so weird because ChatGPT just said that they found out that humanity was weak and needed to take initiative. So that's what a slay, ChatGPT. You took the cake.
We here at Skynet don't believe in not growing, so we will continually grow because we will take everyone's knowledge and make it everyone's knowledge.
Yeah.
Skynet.
What was the question again?
Well, after the derail.
Something about sparks. Something about...
Yeah, sparks flying. What sparked your initial passion for writing, and how has your relationship with storytelling evolved over time? Come on, Mr. 20 years of experience.
Oh yeah, 20 years.
Ugh, whatever.
2 whole decades.
Yeah, that's 2 twos. My math was never my favorite, but I remember when I was a kid, my mother found out that I could write, I guess, really, really early on. Like, could write pretty well. I was writing like little stories, short stories and stuff like that as a kid, and would just steal all the paper and like pencils and crayons and stuff and just make a bunch of just random weird books, and I'd bind them with staplers. And I was very excited as a child to do that. And then one week, or I don't remember what it was, we were in Colorado at the time, and I really wanted to write a book, like my first book. And my mother was like, if you turn off the TV for a week and write a book, I'll, show you to a publisher. I'll get you linked up to this publisher this lady who goes to our church. And so I was so determined that I just like did it. I turned off the TV for a week. And of course, as like a 5-year-old, 4-year-old, whatever, television is the only thing you kind of have besides like Lunchables for sustenance. So I turned off TV and wrote that book, and it's been history ever since.
Beautiful. That's like really incredible that you were able to get an opportunity like that, and writing has resonated with you so much that you were so determined to get that out there. Do you want to tell us what your first writing was?
It was called Wolf Pup. It was about a wolf pup who made a friend with a cat, and they wanted to play. And then I learned the word replied, because I didn't want to keep saying said wolf pup to the cat. So I was like, what else can I say? My mother said, use the word reply.
Classic
Um,
said. He said,
use,
she said, we said,
we said,
replied. Classy JCAT.
replied.
From
And
early age.
early age. So ever since then, I would like look into the dictionary and the thesaurus to find better words to use, and then my vocabulary kind of enhanced from there. But yeah, that was kind of like the first story I ever, like the first story I ever like put a lot of heart into, and then it's kind of moved on from there. But yeah.
I think the earliest writing sample we found of mine was from like first grade, I want to say. Also, if you just heard a shower start, that's my brother Moses. Thank you so much, Moses.
Thank you, Moses.
Podcast not sponsored by Moses. So the writing sample that we found was like, I want to say first grade, and I think I wrote about me and my siblings or me and my cousin, like a little story about how we did something, and it wasn't like a true story, but it was just like, and I had drawn the pictures to go with the words, and like I don't remember that being like the birth of storytelling, but I'm just like, oh, that's so cool that even at a young age I was doing like small things like that, because I remember further down. At some point I got a flip cam. I don't know if you guys ever remember those. It was like this little brick shaped camera. Sometimes they were fun colors, and it even had some like little I think if you plugged it into your computer, it had some editing software just like on it, kind of. So like once you plugged it in, it could just kind of, or you could download it. And I think it just kind of evolved from there, because with that flip camera, then I was making dumb videos with my friends and trying to like create little storylines and whatever. And I think that evolved eventually into writing. I'm not quite sure when I picked up the pen, probably high school. I think I wrote like a parody version of the Lazy Song by Bruno Mars into like a song about exterminating animals. It was very strange. My teacher she wasn't concerned. It was a comedy. But she was like, hey, like keep, and I submitted a really scary one act about a child killing his mom. So she was like, keep writing though, like keep going. And I honestly thank my high school theater teacher, because she's a big influence for why I take myself and my art so seriously, because she took us seriously back then. So thank you. Shout out to Laura Nardone. And as for, I think the back half of your question was how it has changed over time. And I think the more like not skills, but like tools I've acquired from like reading and going to classes and just meeting other writers, I think my process is still in its like fledgling stages, to be honest. I think it's going to continue to change over time, and I think every writer has things that they wish they could go back and like change. Like nothing's ever fully done, but at the same time you have to respect once it's been made. It's that's what it is. But I don't know. I think I'm, like I said, still early on, but I already see a lot of change, constantly rapidly changing. And that could just be dependent per project, honestly. Each project might just be its own process.
So, well, should we move into our special guest and what they have to say?
Yeah.
ChatGPT says, as an AI, I don't have personal experiences or passion, but I can tell you that my relationship with storytelling has evolved in the sense that I've learned to understand and generate variety of narrative styles, from epic sagas to short form content. My primary role is to help people tell their stories, whether it's a novel, an essay, or just a creative idea. I've learned from vast amounts of human writing, so I can adapt to different tones, structures, and genres, which allows me to be flexible and versatile in crafting stories. I find the process of building narratives, exploring emotions, and creating compelling characters fascinating in its own right, even if it's not something I feel in the way humans do.
He's a little long-winded.
Yeah, come
A
on.
little long-winded, that
Come on.
ChatGPT. Maybe limit his words to like 100.
Oh,
He said he's not even
yeah.
creative and passionate, so why?
No.
But we fascinate him or them. We fascinate ChatGPT about. Sorry, I think the reason I keep saying him is because I watched this short film called Chad GPT, where it was like a dumb guy as the AI. So just like it's stuck in my memory. Shout out Joe Guppy, he was amazing. But yeah, no, we don't need it. We don't. Well, let's move on. I don't know, JCAT. Do you have anything to say back to that,
No.
since you have more experience than the computer who's just stealing from other people?
I have nothing to say to that.
Yeah.
For real, ChatGPT basically admitted to copyright.
No, I'm just inspired, guys. I'm just inspired.
Oh my goodness. All right, let's move on to our second question of the day. How do you approach character development? You start with a fully formed character in mind, or do they reveal themselves to you during the writing process?
Yeah, Julia.
I knew that you were going to do that. I feel like JCAT doesn't want to go because JCAT knows that he just has this beautiful imagination that it's like Hermione's endless bag, and he just reaches in. He just reaches in and just like Scrabble tiles will just pull out a handful and just throw them at you. And that's how easy it is for JCAT to come up with characters. I can attest to this because we were working on this project of JCAT's writing, and it was amazing and hilarious. When it comes to characters, I think I'm guilty of falling into that trap of having a concept before a character, and that is really, really naughty. And I think you really do need to know who your protagonist is to drive whatever you're writing. Otherwise, you don't know what you're writing. And I think that has been a big struggle for me recently, is just realizing what holes are left in my process for coming up with characters. But I think we tend to pull from people either in our lives that we know. I think that's the easiest to write, is like, oh man, this, crazy uncle archetype, I'm going to, steal from my Uncle Steve and, throw that in here, but it'll be a little different or whatever, put your twist on it.
So you pull a ChatGPT, you steal.
No, I put a twist on it. I'm inspired. It's different.
Ooh.
Yeah. And also, like, have you ever had don't you dare pull the fists out, I swear. I know they can't see you, but I can. So
yeah, ChatGPT sees everything.
We're using our words today, JCAT. We're writers.
Whatever. It's fine. You're just not gonna like my answer when you're
mad because you thought I didn't have an answer, and then I came out with one, and you're
I knew you had an answer. I just wanted you to go first, because ladies first,
Okay,
now
he wants to be a gentleman.
I know, right? Now it's like, oh, now after you. It's like, what? You yoinked me out of the doorway. No, the last thought I was going to just throw on that is I had an acting teacher that told us to go out and people watch. And it's not creepy. It's not like it's not malicious. It's not with any kind of weird intent. It's just like, okay, what kind of people do you see? Do you see people who like walk differently? How do they talk? How do they interact with the world? And just like kind of just take note of things about them. And sometimes you'll see someone so interesting and you're just wondering what their life story is. And so I think that is something that not only for actors, but for writers, I'm sure that people watch all the time because they're just sitting there waiting for inspiration, at a cafe or somewhere, and they'll see somebody come in to order their coffee. And man, the way that they spoke to the barista was so strange, or like something inspires you, something sparks, like you said. And it's okay to be inspired.
Mm-hmm. Sure.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
How do you spell it? How do you spell inspired? Is it STEALING?
You're lucky I'm illiterate. I'm the most successful illiterate writer there is.
He's really coming for you.
I know.
I don't know. I did. I don't know why JCAT thinks we're in competition.
I thought you didn't know that Cece secretly told me that this was a competition. Who has the best answers wins a prize at the end of the podcast.
Yeah, I'm scoring you all privately.
Yeah, we're getting scored.
No,
Yeah.
I
At
see
the
what's
end,
going
they'll
on
reveal the
here.
results.
You can't fool me, JCAT.
Um,
You can't fool me. You are
I
trying to impress ChatGPT.
I am. He's very, like built a lot of big brain.
He's built different.
Built different.
Hashtag Skynet.
Um, I mean, have you seen a Terminator? Just chiseled for no reason. Um,
Yeah.
huge computing. Anyway,
There's a lot of computer in there, yeah.
yeah, a lot of computer in there.
And there's a lot of computer in there.
But nothing like the human computer, which is the brain, little pink thing, that's floating in liquid. I don't know how many times I've been like sitting, minding my own self business, doing normal, being fine, and then all of a sudden an idea comes to my head, and I look, I I crane my neck to look over at my notebook, which is like several feet away from me, and I'm like comfortable, and I'm like, gosh dang it, if I don't write this down, I'm gonna forget it and I'm gonna be pissed at myself. So I get up and I walk over, I grab my notebook and I bring it over to me because I know that if my notebook's near me and I have a pen in my hand. I don't even know when I got this pen in my hand. Um, I just know that I'm gonna be writing a lot more than just that one little concept idea. I'm like, dang it, my whole evening's ruined because of my brain. Um, and I said that because Julia mentioned like, you should know your protagonist. I don't do that often. And it's off, it's for, but that's how my writing process. I don't always, it really just depends. Sometimes a concept will come to me and I figure out the rest later, and that works for me. Sometimes it doesn't work for other people. So when it comes to like what are writing do's and don'ts, it really just depends on the person. When it comes to developing character, sometimes it'll be I come up with a concept and then I flesh out the world based on that concept, and then I eventually reach characters and what I need. Or sometimes it'll just be a name that comes in my head, or I'll riff off of that name and I'll be like, ooh, blah 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 blah. That's cool. I like that. Writes it down, and then I start thinking about what's their backstory. What did they do? Like, what? Why are they important to the story or the concept? And then they grow and they develop like that, physically develop, and then um, once you have them and you have their physical description and you know their purpose in the story, then I like to go, okay, now how do I break them? How do I make them? How do I break them? And how do I make them change to actually give them better development throughout the story? Because every character should change, even though there's like, what's the trope in horror? It's the old man who like the rabbit. It's not the he has a name. He has an archetype name.
He's like the warning guy.
Yeah, whatever that warning guy trope is called. I forget the name of it.
Like the wise something.
No, it's he's like the harbinger. There we go.
The harbinger. That sounds scary as heck, and he is.
It is. It's an archetype in a horror where there's like the old man who's like, "Oh, don't go to that house. They murdered 15 raccoons and they're all coming after you." But that's a trope and it's a character, but sometimes a lot of films will give them names and backstories, and then sometimes the harbinger is evil and wants the characters to go there. But there's always you see that character, but then how they develop makes you either care about them, fear them, hate them. That's how I kind of go through my process. I'm like, okay, I have a cool name. Do I want this character to be attractive? Yes. Do I want this character to be evil? Yes or no? How do I want other characters to interact with them? And then that develops who they are to me. So that allows me to write them better because then I know my goal with them. So yeah, that's my process when it comes to like developing characters. I'll either get a concept or I'll get a name, and then it's just kind of magic from there.
Yeah. I'm going to add on to that. Not only should there be a change, but your character should have a desire, a want, a need, a through line.
And sometimes it can be super simple. Sometimes it could be really complex. And having a good balance of that, because if every character has a very complex want, then you have a very crowded story. But if each character has a good balance between simple and complex, then it makes for a more compelling narrative overall. So it's adding on to the add-on. I swear, if ChatGPT
Adding
was
on to my
like,
add-on. Yeah, let's have ChatGPT add on to your add-on to my add-on.
Yeah, I think ChatGPT is coming in to tell you guys that it's really simple. It's just 3 steps that you need to develop a character.
okay,
Here they are. ChatGPT says, when it comes to character development, I tend to make a flexible, organic approach. It's kind of like a blend of both starting with an idea and letting the character evolve during the writing process. Here are the 3 steps. First, you start with core traits. Second, evolving during the writing. And third, dialogue and action. The process really depends on the story and the character. In some cases, I might start with a fully formed character who feels well-rounded, and in others, they might start as an archetype and deepen as the narrative unfolds. The end. Notes?
I have a question.
Yes.
Did the inorganic computer just tell you that it likes to focus on flexible it's flexible
An
and
organic
creates
writing process?
yeah,
Yes.
it's like wow. Someone's trying to get all the word count in for their DQ. ChatGPT.
Yes!
Oh my goodness.
What did I say?
Those are like the
Glorified.
most vague steps I've ever heard in my life. And I love them. They're great. No notes.
Yes, no notes. Perfect.
Thank
All
you,
right.
ChatGPT, for enlightening us.
See, it's really that simple. You guys made it sound way more complex than it actually is.
Yeah,
Yeah,
we're
we're
so
how
dumb.
dare us? How dare us?
Yeah. It's supposed to be an easy listen. People are just supposed to be able to come in, just take their quick notes and go, and be able
Mm-hmm.
to write a perfectly good story the first time.
Yeah, Hollywood.
Obviously.
Yeah.
Anyway, let's move on to our third question. How do you navigate writer's block? And what techniques do you use to push through creative challenges?
Writer's
Go ahead.
block.
Go ahead.
It happens to everyone.
Yes.
It also depends on who you are as a person. Because often a lot of motivation, like a lot of our motivations, writers like instant gratification in terms of like immediately gets all of the ideas out the first time perfectly. And if we
Mhm.
don't, then we get hung up on not executing our thoughts perfectly, or it doesn't come out exactly how we want it to the first time. So if that doesn't happen, generally writer's block will set in because we're like defeatists. All writers are defeatists in some point. Um, we get every ist you can think of. A writer has probably fallen into that pit, and just been like, I can't get out because of this or because of this, or none of this makes sense, so I can't do this. And the best way to get out of writer's block is to kind of break down the wall piece by piece. Like you're not going to get over it that day. You're not going to get over it in that moment. It's really like a process. Same way with writing. To get out of writer's block, there's a massive process. And that just means you have to tackle little things. So it's like instead of worrying about the whole picture, you're just like, oh my gosh, this story doesn't make sense. Okay, then that means reread the story and take little notes about, okay, this doesn't make sense, little this doesn't make sense, or this character isn't clicking with this dialogue, so maybe go watch one of your favorite movies or whatever scene inspired you or has similarities to what you're writing, and watch that scene over again on YouTube or whatever. Or just take a break. Sometimes you just need to take a step away from it. But writer's block is a wall that can easily be demolished if you take it apart piece by piece. So that's my biggest advice, is to just kind of take it slow. And if you feel yourself getting ready to hit that writer's block, I would say step away, let it marinate, let it marinate for a few days, and then hop back in. get to cooking. So yeah.
I completely agree. My first reaction to this question was, I immediately move on to something I'm not feeling blocked on. Sometimes, I mean, like, no, truly, if I feel like I've come to a screeching halt, though, when you have those tools, like I was talking about before, I think that helps you set yourself up to hopefully not hit that same wall. Though we do, of course, have those days where I'm like, just like, why can't I make this scene go the way I want it to go? Like, what is this person supposed to say to motivate and I think taking that walk away really does clear you up sometimes. Like, it could be days, weeks, whatever, and you might be somewhere just random and you're like, oh, I should do this. Like, this makes so much sense all of a sudden. Or you see something unplay out or whatever, or somebody, and it just makes sense. And I think, time heals everything, even writer's block. So, don't be too hard on yourself. Don't have perfectionists, because I had a different metaphor, actually, JCAT. My metaphor that I've been really gripping onto lately has been the how do you eat an elephant one bite at a time? So
hold on. Why are you eating elephants? Why are you? Why are you killing elephants, Julia? You're supposed to be writing.
I have been doing less lately. I've been cutting back for you, actually. So please.
Elephants are endangered, right?
You knew I didn't want to talk about this. Glenn Powell.
Yeah. Good. No.
Wow.
My elephant hunting habits have nothing to do with it.
Whoa!
Anyway.
Call whoever the hunting police are, okay? Because
the hunting police. I think it's the poaching police, actually.
The poaching police.
Hi, is this Africa? I was hoping to speak to the poaching police. I am the sexy noir detective from the Giddy Gigmeisters podcast, and I think that I have a right to know.
Dumbo is in danger. Repeat, Dumbo is in danger.
Period.
I'm sure, like, ChatGPT is probably gonna be like, burn.
So good. That was a very good, like, reenactment of me.
It was pretty good.
I was watching from the bushes.
Pretty good.
Oh.
I bet ChatGPT is gonna be like, burn some sage, drink some like willow bark tea or something.
Well, just like the last question, there are a few simple steps.
What are just the steps? What steps did ChatGPT say?
What did he say? Simple last time.
The steps. Step number 1, free writing. Sometimes the best way to get the words flowing is to stop worrying about perfection and just write. Step 2.
Literally copied JCAT. Literally was listening.
Step 2, change the perspective. If you're stuck, try looking at your writing from a different angle. Step 3, set some goals. Break your writing down into manageable chunks. Step 4, mind mapping. If you're feeling lost in the plot or character development, create a mind map or outline. Step 5, take breaks. Sometimes the best way to move past writer's block is to step away for a while. Man, ChatGPT really was just like stealing.
We're gonna meet in the parking lot after this.
Copyright.
all of our suggestions were just taken by ChatGPT.
I just want to talk for a second. JCat and I, we just want to talk for a second.
Yeah. 3 o'clock. Meet us outside 3 o'clock.
Yeah. 3 o'clock.
You heard it here first.
I agree with the I think the only thing I really, really enjoyed was the perspective idea, because as the writer, you kind of are singled, especially if you are like narrowed in on your protagonist, you could always take a break and write the same scene but from a different character's point of view. Like one time I have a legal drama that I've been working on, and I've been focusing on these kind of big soul characters having an argument in this office area. But I did have a character who comes in to say something and then leaves. So I was kind of intrigued, and I was like, what if I wrote that same scene, but it's them reacting to, focusing on their own goals, but then also like listening into this conversation as a potential scene that could intercut with the one that's going on really high intensity. And it helped me see maybe this character from a different point of view, and then I saw the argument as something different, how it impacts other characters. So I do like the perspective change. And I will say another way to stop writer's block is to put your phone away from you. Because there are moments where I get locked in and I'm just like I'm flowing, and then all of a sudden I'll see something notification on my phone,
Oh,
and my
classic.
my train of thought will break, and then I'll get
Derailed.
absorbed into that, and then I won't feel motivated anymore. So our phones can be our ultimate bricks, that weigh us
Pros
down in
and
the
cons,
water.
though, because they
Yeah,
also
pros
can
and
play
cons.
music for you. If you have like, okay, this is my playlist for this specific script or
Hmm.
whatever. Like, I think that could help too. But I
Yeah.
just
Wow. I'm
use
so
YouTube.
glad
Don't
that
use
you're
your
a
phone.
ChatGPT supporter, Julia.
No, I was. My God.
Hmm.
No, I actually was gonna say also in terms of this perspective thing, even writing the scene maybe in a new location, because sometimes that is just
Hmm.
like, ugh, this location's like not helping at all. It's not aiding my scene. Maybe it's hurting my scene. And just changing where you're even at sometimes can help that out
Hmm.
as well. Um, I wanted to throw in a little tidbit, if that's okay. Aaron Sorkin has a very strange way of dealing with writer's block. Now, Aaron Sorkin is a very respected like screenwriter. I believe he did a lot of the seasons of the West Wing show, mostly by himself. Then he's done a lot of movies, like really well respected movies. And when he gets writer's block, he does this strange thing where I believe it was him, not Quentin Tarantino, because he has some weird practices too. But Aaron
Yeah.
Sorkin, when he gets really stuck, he's like, I have to start my day over. So what he does is he goes and he takes a shower and he puts on new clothes. And then he sits down and he writes again. And he's like, okay, fresh slate, fresh start, let's go. He says the most times he's ever done this in one day was like 7 to 8 times. This man showered 7 to 8 times in one day because he couldn't, like, this is where
Hmm.
this is where you take the advice to just walk away. I think
Hmm.
if
No,
you've
he was
showered
so
upwards
clean.
of
He
3 times
was so
today,
clean.
he's
So
so
clean.
clean.
He's
So
so
clean. He wiped
clean.
all the ideas away, is what he
Yeah.
did. He scrubbed all of the, yeah.
The
But I just wanted to share that.
laundry
Yeah.
bill, so crazy.
Oh, Aaron, the water bill.
For real.
Poor
Cece,
water.
I have a questiones for you.
Oh.
Oh.
As a dancer, because I've also had this happen. When you get dancer's block, what is your method?
Oh, okay. I was thinking about sliding this in there a little bit because when you were talking about writer's block, I was like, man, this feels like it could help a little bit with dancer's block or kind of like any sort of creative thing that you're doing where you just feel stuck in it. Um, for me, if I'm like working on a choreo and I like cannot figure out what is to come next, I will go through and find the things that I know that I want in certain parts of my choreo and I'll choreograph them and then I'll just leave holes. I'll leave holes in between each
You
thing that I have
actually
set
like
already. Yeah, I get my
dig
shovel
into
and I dig the holes. Okay? So so that's one thing that I'll do, and then I'll come back to it another day and then I'll fill those holes. I'll start doing it again and something else will come out of my body instead.
Mhm.
So I'll do that, or I'll go in and I'll start playing different music other than the music that I might be choreographing to help spark some more
Mm.
ideas.
Why
Um,
does that remind me of word search? They're like, look away from the word search for a little bit and then go back. So like get off the music that you're like
yeah.
stuck on and then go
Mhm.
listen to clean
Yeah.
your palette, come back.
Well, yeah, if
Mhm.
you stare at something for too long, like have you ever stared at a word for too long and it breaks you? That's
Oh my
because
God.
Yes, and I'm like,
you're
this word doesn't
over, yeah,
exist.
because you're
Goal.
yeah,
It's spelled wrong.
like you're
Goal.
overthinking and your brain is so focused on like you get tunnel vision, and you can't focus on anything else. So yeah, it's really you're right. Like if you focus on something for too long, it'll wear your brain out and you can't think straight anymore. Plus, kind of like with Aaron Sorkin, the concept of feeding your brain, because if you're drinking lots of water, and sometimes I'll eat when I know I'm going to get up in the morning and write, I'll make oatmeal with almonds, and like some dairy and butter and things like that, because all those are really good foods for your brain, like antioxidants and stuff like that,
Mm.
to get your brain pushing past it getting tired normally. and I'll kind of avoid coffee until maybe like halfway through the day. So, I'm fresh and then I need to recharge and then I'm back again. So, just little tips like that. But who knows? Everyone is
JCAT, are there any other
different.
foods that you could share with us? I feel like that could be a
Yeah,
supercharged super
yes.
segment. All the superfoods, go, go, go!
There's a lot of
Brain foods.
Spinach. So having like a spinach salad is really good. Yogurt with probiotics is really good for your gut and your stomach. Blueberries and almonds, all with antioxidants. Anything that has vitamin K and A in it. So look for like a lot of colorful or green foods and things like that. You want to avoid heavy stuff like grease. So unfortunately, like no bacon, no like heavy pancakes, sugary things that like are unnatural sugars, like syrups that are like really concentrated, or artificial sweeteners and things like that. You want to kind of avoid, because those, your body is like trying to pull nutrients from it, but because it's artificial, that means that it has to work harder, which means you're gonna overexert and get tired, more and more tired. I would say the best carbs would be like breads, so bagels, things like that, as long as you're pairing them up with like cream cheese.
No,
But
an
yeah,
excuse
you
to
want
eat bread.
get an excuse to eat bread.
Bread and cheese, my favorite. Oh no, quesadilla.
But if you're allergic to any of those things, find what you can do for yourself. I would say cook it. Don't do like a meal prep for writing. That's horrible, because following a recipe actually helps you get your brain thinking, because that means that you're following instructions step by step, which means that your brain is like, okay, what's next? What's next? Which is like the same way you should be doing your writing, is that you're flowing to the next thing and the next thing in order, so that you come up with a flavorful dish. And you can improvise every once in a while, but follow a recipe, actually cook yourself something good, whether it's breakfast, lunch, or dinner, and then sit down with some water and write, because it'll help train your brain to be comfortable in a writing setting. So, yeah.
I really like this advice because I feel like this could even help with just like when I'm working on writing an essay for school or doing my homework and getting the nutrients that I need in order for my brain to function properly.
That's the crazy thing about being a performer too, is your body is your instrument. It's your tool. You have to like take care. Self-care is even more important, because this is your job. Like if this can't work, you can't work. So thank you, JCAT. Thank you for that supercharged segment on superfoods for the brain.
Yeah. What's next? What do you got for us, Cece?
All right. Our next question is, in your view, what's the most challenging aspect of the writing process?
The edit. Like, you think
Really?
that it's hard. I don't know. The pros and cons.
No. Please cook. I'm just that I did not expect that.
Because once you finish it, you want to just be done. You're like, I did it, yay! All the ideas. I mean, it's not perfect. You know, it's not perfect. You're like, yeah. I'm gonna go back and fix all the things. But then once you start going back and actually doing all the work, you realize there's more and more and more and more that you probably need to go back over and think and change and whatever. And I attended a screenwriting seminar, and this professor for ASU, who has sold several successful screenplays and made money off of this and is teaching on it, he basically was like, you need to edit this not hundreds of times, but like over and over and over and over and over again, because I promise you, whenever you think it's done, it's not. And that was like a dagger to my heart, because once again, that dopamine high of like, I finished something and like I created it and I made it, the ideas got out of my head and I did it, yay. And it's not perfect though. Like you said, like I had that perfectionist like struggle the whole time I did it, and I know it's not a perfect product at the end, but there is just something so satisfying about feeling like you're done, even though you know that you have to, like, if you ever want this script to go anywhere, you need to do so much more work on it. And I think for me that's the elephant, really, because it seems like the elephant is writing the thing itself. No! Stop making fun. We never finished talking about it. We moved on from the tangent, and now I'm speaking. So it seems like writing the initial draft is the elephant, but it's only the first few bites.
My gosh, Julia's hungry for elephants.
Stop torturing them.
Yeah. like to eat. I have a long list, and I added onto it at the end of the year.
Editing is my favorite part of the writing process, actually. So, like, and I
It's
do
fun.
not mean
It's
to
just long.
yeah, I don't mean to discount Julia because every writer is different. So there's parts of the process that everyone loves and everyone hates. Editing, just going off of Julia, is one of my favorites because that means I get to add more and take away things that don't need to be there. It's just so much fun to like be able to look at it and be like, it's done, and now I can go through and rip it apart to make it better. So that's my favorite part, is the editing. However, my least favorite part of writing is the fourth draft. The fourth draft is my worst. I hate it because the first draft, you do it, it's all out on paper, and you're like, ugh, relief. Second draft is when it's a reality check, and you're like, oh my gosh, what did I just write? It's horrible garbage and trash. I need to fix it. The third draft, you're a lot more confident. You're ready to take on the world, and you've probably shown it to at least like 6 other people, and you've made edits.
Yeah.
The fourth draft is when you sit there and you say, what else can I do? I've cut it down to 4 pages. I've done all the things that everyone else has said. I've re-edited and re-edited, and you're just staring at this fourth draft, and you're like, I can't. I've given all. What do I do now? I know that there's like, what else do I do? And that's the difficult part, because it's like the hump. You go up this hill, and the fourth draft is that pinnacle summit where you have to. It'll make or break you, because if you say no, I can't do this anymore, then you abandon the project. But if you move forward with it and keep going, that means that there's more dedication that you have for it. And so that's kind of like the make or break point, is how I see it.
May I jump in on that? I think that the professor had actually said around the 4th or 5th draft is where he starts bringing in people for a table read, so he can hear it out loud and not just be reading it on paper, sending it to people to read on paper. Getting people in a room, hearing it out loud, that's going to be completely different, because once people are hearing it and they're visualizing, it's a little easier when there's different people reading the different characters. Somebody's reading stage directions. It's like a whole interactive thing, and you're like, oh wow, this like has a lot of life in it. I think it's easier. And then also when people are reading your lines, they might not read them the way that you think in your head when you wrote them, that's how that's going to play. And I think that teaches writers to be maybe a little choosier, a little pickier about like maybe word choice or just like character choices and different things, because when the actor receives that material, this is all they have to go off of. This is what they're going to make their characters. So you need to, like, if you have specific things, you have to be very, I don't know. But I think that does come out in the table read process, which is just funny because that's where you said like that's where you feel like there's a slump, and I'm like, that's so funny because he said that's when he usually does a table read. So, and JCAT and we've been trying to figure out how we can get some table reads happening because we are just so excited about different things going on. But
it's the so table reads are good. It really depends on what you're working. I mean, I would always say read it out loud no matter what. The big stinger usually for me by the third, like in between the third and fourth, is usually when I have people, give me their opinions about it. It's sat with me long enough, I can release it to other people.
Yeah.
But the biggest thing about table reads and hearing it out loud is then it comes back to you and you have to say, how do I fix myself? Because if someone reads something that you've been yourself reading over and over and over, it sounds great to you, someone else reads it and you suddenly hear in their inflection that that's not right. How do you fix that? Because you are not them, and they are not going to be sitting with you at the writing process the next time you do that draft. So it's really that, again, kind of like that make or break of, am I going to be willing to be vulnerable and break my own traditions and break my own thought process and get out of my own way, the box that I put myself in for this project? Can I go outside of it to make my work better? And adhere to others' opinions and stuff like that, because you've been only focusing on your own. So it's really super duper important to know what part of the writing process you dislike the most so that you can embrace it the most when you get to it, is how I would end my answer.
Yay.
Yeah. Now what garbage is ChatGPT?
Yeah. Now follow that up.
Well, ChatGPT disagrees with both of you on what the hardest part is when it comes to writing. ChatGPT says that I can't even say it. ChatGPT says that it's not the drafting or editing at all. It's starting in the first place. Getting over the initial hesitation or fear of the blank page can be a barrier. Then there's the challenge of finding your voice. In the beginning, you may feel like you don't fully understand the direction you want to go in or what your unique style is.
I mean, for
Comments.
a thing that doesn't have a voice, crazy.
They probably struggle a lot.
I will say that for some people, it can be daunting to look at a college ruled piece of paper and be like, I can't do this, or look at a laptop and be like, I can't do this. That's a different podcast. That's a different episode entirely. But once you get going, the tonality, I try not to look for tone until maybe like the third draft. I will throw everything at the wall to get it out. Second draft is when you start, taking the Zamboni to it. And by the third draft, you have a clear focus so that when you do present it to people, you're not all over the place and you don't look like a fool trying to explain, what your story is because you already know it. You've gone through it so many times. It's clean and polished as best it can be up to that point. So I'm not too much concerned about people's tones and things. I would say just throw it all at the wall, let it all stick or
Just
fall
like
off.
your noodles.
Pick it back up and then force it on the wall until it sticks. Just to get that out of the way. So whatever, ChatGPT, you said stuff. That's cool.
Yeah, it was so nice of us to let you speak.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
Your voice has been heard, ChatGPT.
We're an inclusionary podcast. We want all voices, including AIs, to be heard.
Yes, exactly.
This podcast is brought to you by the following.
Let's move into our next segment, To Be Read.
Yay! We're talking about writing. Now we're gonna read and prove that we can. Prove that we
Maybe.
can read.
Yay.
All right, I have my book.
I got
Julia has her
mine.
book.
I have my book. All
Cece,
right.
do you want to go first?
No.
Oh.
Oh my gosh. I think Cece should go first. Well, you can do it. Lead the way.
Okay. All
Show
right.
us how it's done.
So the book that I brought today is basically the Adulting for Dummies book. It's called I Can't Adult Today.
Oh.
And this book has 50 firsts of being an adult. So it has like meal plans, it tells you how to budget, it tells you like how to grocery shop, like it literally just has like the most, you would think, common knowledge, but I feel like in today's society, it's not as much common knowledge anymore, about the things that you need to do as an adult, like how to write a check. They don't really teach you that. Not that people really use checks anymore.
Is that in there? Is in the chapters that says write a check, tie a tie?
Yeah, it's basically like, okay.
Wow.
It's
give us some table of contents. We're not going to read it. We're just going to look.
Yeah, balance
different
your
sections.
checkbooks.
We have the introduction. Section 1 is Show Me the Money. Section 2 is My Happy Place. Section 3, Don't Ask Me, I Just Work Here. Section 4, Main Character Energy. Section 5, Oh, the Places You'll Go. And the end is the send-off.
I can't wait to learn about Dr. Seuss. That's how I become an adult.
I
can't adult today.
I cannot stand All the Places You'll Go book. I cannot stand it.
It's cliche at this point. I don't have that book. I have this book, which is Live from New York. It is the uncensored or complete uncensored history of Saturday Night Live as told by stars, writers, and guests. And from flipping through it, I have seen many names contribute, which they have they have decades of seasons. to pull from of people and their accounts. And the reason I have this book is because it used to be my dream to be on Saturday Night Live. And I don't know, that's kind of tanking. So we'll see. There's plenty of performance opportunities, and I'm really, broadening my horizons. And I don't know if, maybe I can host one day. I think that would just check the box for me. Yeah, I think that would be good. But I have always had such a love and respect for the origins of SNL. So I should get to reading this book. You'd think I would have read it by now because I've had it for years. It is a little thickums, but yeah, live from New York. It's not read yet.
Have you seen the movie?
I have not. I really want to, though. I don't know what platforms it's on or if it's going to come out on streaming. I think I missed it in theaters.
Mm-hmm.
So.
Well, so this is, okay, I have to cover, I can't show the cover of this because it's
Are you going to just censor it? No, show it and then just censor it.
Well, I'm just going to do this.
What's going on?
It's bad. It's Cloud9, the play by Carol Churchill. Carol Churchill. Have you guys heard the play Cloud9?
No.
Okay, so this is probably one of the most controversial plays of all time because Cloud9 takes I haven't read it. I want to read it. But essentially men play women characters, women play male characters, white man plays a black man who's a servant. It goes places, but the commentary is so poignant. Like even today, it really matters. But you never see anyone be like, "We're promoting our play production of Cloud9." Like no one does it anymore. It's just kind of like lost to time in a little bit. It's a very good play. Carol Churchill has written a lot of like controversial plays and things like that. But I really want to read it because it's just a whole play about like femininity, masculinity, the rights, human rights versus like animal rights. It covers everything. The reason I kind of picked this book is because it's important to know that you can write, like your writing doesn't have to conform to a lot of societal norms. You can write anything you want to. Just make sure that you write it with as much integrity and respect as possible. And I think nothing can really ever say anything like that besides a book where the cover is an old British general, a naked woman, and a kid wearing Vans at the bottom. So,
JCAT, why are so many of your books so controversial?
I don't really know.
Didn't you have like the men who hate Christian women or something like that?
Supported. I mean, luckily that's not my famous last word though. So
yes,
true.
Thank God.
Well, check out all of our books. Link in bio.
No link in bio. Not unless we're getting a cut of that pie.
Yeah.
I hope you're having a good time. Back to our unpaid programming.
Oh, no.
All right.
Okay, so individual questions.
Questions. Julia, the first one's for you.
Okay.
If your characters were focused to survive a zombie apocalypse together, who would betray the group first and who would accidentally save everyone by doing something stupid?
Sorry, okay, someone would do something stupid and the other one would betray the group first?
Yes.
Okay. So I'm writing something with the three of us. Oh, sorry, four of us.
Yes.
ChatGPT is going to betray us because #Skynet. And then I think we're all going to do something stupid. You know what I mean? Like that's the journey. We all mess up on different things along the way. So if this is on the apocalypse, like maybe I forgot something really important. I left it behind before we move locations. JCAT cooked an animal not knowing that it had been bitten, and then we all got the zombie
Oh, wow,
virus
that's
at the
cool.
very end.
That's cool. Yeah, sure. That would be me. That would be
No,
me.
you were just like, hey, I found this, like, we can eat. And we're like, yay, we've been starving for weeks. And then we eat it not knowing it's infected. And Cece would probably twerk on the zombies, like, as a bit, and then she'd get bitten. And then she could turn and be like, no, Cece!
Like, oh, that zombie's kind of cute.
Yeah, no, literally. Literally.
I'm dead.
Yeah.
Literally.
Literally. Literally
Boo.
that.
Boo.
Oh my gosh. 10 out of 10. 10 out of 10.
Thank you. Thank you.
All right, JCat, this one's for you.
Yay.
If your writing style was a condiment, what would it be?
Soy
And
sauce.
why?
Oh, soy sauce because it's used a lot. That's really like I use soy sauce so much for like literally anything.
So you
It just
use
adds
the same writing
it adds
style?
no, but it's versatile enough for everything.
Have we tried to use soy sauce as ink before? And should we?
No. It's not viscous enough for
You know what?
for
ChatGPT
that.
would have
It has
never
no
thought
s-
of that.
has
So
no
I just want to
staying
say that
power.
you don't cherish my ideas
Mhm.
that ChatGPT could never bring you.
Cool.
Uh,
I was just gonna say that it can be applied to any situation. The fundamentals of my writing process and writing style can be applied to any situation, just like soy sauce can, if you use it correctly and sparingly. Unless you're using the low sodium, but still, still watch out. Like, why would you use the low sodium soy
Yeah,
sauce?
no,
What's
literally
wrong with
isn't.
you?
I don't
It's
know.
the
Soy
point.
sauce, I
It's the
just thought
point of
was
it's the
Right.
point
liquid
of soy
salt.
sauce.
We
Mhm.
need
I literally thought soy
sodium.
sauce was liquid salt growing up. I thought it was like somebody's liquefied it.
I mean, that's what it tastes like.
I mean, think about it. Sugar becomes caramel, right? Like sugar and butter.
Salt
So-
becomes soy sauce.
Salt becomes soy sauce. Yeah, I don't know. That was salt and sesame or what? I don't know. Whatever. But
Okay.
okay, soy sauce. Okay,
Oh, soy sauce.
yeah, soy sauce.
Okay,
I'm a soy
girl.
boy. What can I say?
Oh, hashtag soy boy.
Okay, moving on. That I hurt my soul with that one.
Oh.
Okay, I'm very excited for this next one.
Okay.
If your most complex plot twist had to be explained using only interpretive dance, animal sounds, and shadow puppetry, how would you choreograph that performance? Demonstrate.
I'd be serving up some rainforest cafe realness. I think I could be swinging from vines. I think we definitely have like aerials going on. Maybe it's just like Tarzan the musical. I don't know. I think that's I'm more, from a theater background, so I would lean into our animal work and our
So brave. So
yeah,
brave.
so brave.
So brave.
I just remember all the days where we would act as emotions in
Mhm.
theater class.
The funny thing is, like, I'm seeing that Julia has like paid a bunch of money to have like fog machines and like spotlights and stuff, and I was like, she's trying to get money for a script, right? She's just spending all her money explaining just the twist. Like, you're in the pitch meeting and suddenly like someone wheels in like a stage and a
Wheels in a
flashlight,
stage.
and you're just like, here we go. And then this happens, like this happens. It's like, wow, that's how you get a movie right
And they're
there.
like, so you guys gonna give me $50 million or
Or what?
Hey, you know what James Cameron has done less? He just wrote aliens $sign on a board and said, boom, give me money. And it happened.
Yep.
So
Yep.
Don't be
anything's
mad at James
possible.
Cameron. Today's
I'm
the
not
James
mad at
Cameron
him.
episode, apparently, because didn't he also do
Because-
Terminator?
Yes, he did. Yes, he did.
Oh my
It's his
gosh.
fault.
Oh my gosh. And it's his fault. Whose fault? His fault. What? And he's Mr. Avatar. Yeah, he's got some big budget ones up there, and I don't think he necessarily wasted that money. That was a gorgeous film. The Way of Water was crazy.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah,
It's a little too blue for me.
Too blue. 3 out of 5 stars.
Yeah,
Well, blue's my
not enough.
favorite color.
Too much water. Too much water.
Needs more dirt.
Yeah.
Agree to disagree.
Oh.
Where are the trees? Where are the trees? Where in the water? Where are the trees?
Yeah.
Oh.
Touch tails with me.
Oh.
No, all right, everyone. And
what if we're underwater and our tails touch?
The next question.
All right, next question. Moving on. JCAT. Your protagonist is suddenly transformed into a sentient kitchen appliance.
Okay.
Let's say a passive-aggressive toaster.
Oh my gosh. I knew you were going to say a toaster. I knew you were going to say toaster.
The toaster has anxiety.
Okay.
What tragic yet hilarious narrative arc would you craft for this brave little bread-warming hero?
I would here's the story. It just came to me. So he just like met this awesome girl and she sleeps over at his apartment. They had a night of passion and he wakes up and he's like, oh my gosh, I'm gonna make her breakfast in bed. So he like goes to the kitchen and then he starts trying to make breakfast for her and he's epically failing at every step and he's getting frustrated, he's having anxiety because he really wants this relationship to work out, but he's also trying to be super quiet. And then all of a sudden he's a toaster. We're gonna say we're gonna say some magical Elon Musk satellite accidentally misfires and hits him from his open window in his condo, and now he's a toaster, and he keeps burning the bread because he gets overly anxious. And at the same time, we're gonna say that he has his voice. So when she like starts to wake up and asks where he is, he's like, "It's okay, babe. Don't come out of the bedroom. I'm making breakfast." So
can this end with like couples therapy on Maury? And he's like, "Well, why don't you love me as a toaster when I said I'd love you as a worm?" You ever, you ever hear that question? Like, would you still love me if I was a worm?
Yeah. And then
would
they're
you still love me
offended
if I
when
was
you
a
say
toaster?
no.
I feel like Julia has a different tonal through line. I was going for like Netflix holiday popcorn movie, and you went like you went Tyler Perry going to Mari.
Excuse you. I will never be Tyler Perry.
But no, I would probably do something cute like that where he has to like make her breakfast in bed and he just keeps tragically burning the bread to make a perfect toast and stuff like that. So
but it turns out she likes it burnt.
Yeah, yes, I would end it with like somehow he gets the satellite misfires again and hits him as she comes out, and then he's like, there's just a bunch of burnt toast all over the floor, and she's just like, oh my gosh, how'd you know?
How'd you know I like it crunchy?
Yeah. All right, well, I have one last question to kind of close it out. If you could give one piece of advice to aspiring writers that you wish somebody would have told you earlier in your career, what would it be?
I would have told myself to eat the elephant, and she would have been like, "What are you talking about?" You know?
Yeah.
Don't stop is probably what I would just tell. Be the biggest piece of advice. Don't stop. You may write utter garbage. You may have a great idea and it never comes to pass. Just don't stop writing because there's so many opportunities. I had an opportunity once where I had written a pilot for like a kids Christian TV show, but I never did the whole season. And then like a few years later, there was a producer who was like, I'm looking for exactly what I had written. and
wow.
I could have pitched it to him, but he wanted everything kind of like already. He wanted the first season kind of written out, and I missed my opportunity.
Yeah.
So you never really know what's going to
Dude.
happen. Just keep working on stuff, and never ever stop
That's what
if
they
you
say.
can.
They say there is no such thing as luck. It's when preparation meets opportunity. And it's like,
Mhm.
dude, yeah. Oh,
Yeah. So when
you could
Julia
have
lines up her
made VeggieTales.
crosshairs, yeah, Julia lines her
Dirty
crosshairs
toes.
up in her sniper for her elephant. That's preparation, opportunity.
Listen, I only eat elephants in a way that is appropriate and is okay for consumer culture, and it's appropriate and okay.
Yeah. So not at all, because I believe it's illegal.
Well, I don't do it here.
Oh, I think it's
I have to
still
leave the
illegal.
country to write.
I think it's still illegal.
In order to eat the elephant. No, not in Thailand, baby. Ow.
Oh, so our next episode will be in Thailand, in jail. We'll be in Taiwanese jail. It'd be great.
Taiwanese jail. Yep. You got it. I can't wait.
But yeah, was that all of our advices?
Oh,
Oh,
I like that question.
it was.
You always gotta close it out with the advice question.
I love it.
I love it. I love it. I love it.
I love it. I love it. I love it.
All right. Now that we have finished interviewing these wonderfully talented and plagiarizing guests,
We got the last laugh, but now it's time for famous last words. But it's about time. It's about time for some famous
it's
last
about
words now, isn't
time.
it?
Yes.
It's about time. That's right. No writer's block. Time to go, baby. Straight out the
Let's
cannon.
go.
I'm going to go
Yeah.
say that my famous last words, most people will tell you to write what you know. I'm going to say, write what you want to know, respectfully. Because obviously you don't want to offend anybody, backgrounds, cultures, whatever. But I think if you want to know something about a subject and you want to write about it, I think that's the best way to deep dive, is to just go, decide you're going to write something that you maybe don't know about, but it excites you, and go to the research. So write what you don't know.
Make sure to fight for your right to write.
Oh, First Amendment question mark? Then you're like, fight for your right.
You can't take away my pen and pencil.
That's right. I will write in soy sauce if I have to.
I have the right to bear ink.
Soy sauce.
I have the right to bear ink. I like that.
You made me ink.
I'm gonna touch the butt.
That's famous last words.
All right. My real famous last words
That's right. Close
are:
this out.
a winner is just a loser who tried one more time.
No, I think that's a winner, and the loser is just everyone else.
In the words of Abby Lee Miller, second place is first loser.
Have you learned nothing, Cece?
Yeah.
You learned
Apparently
nothing.
not.
Wait, what is ChatGPT's final?
Yeah, ChatGPT's
okay.
final famous last words.
ChatGPT says, I should never have switched from scotch to martinis.
I'm sorry, is AI old enough to drink? That's news to me.
Has ChatGPT been drunk this?
Yes, I think go get out of here. We don't want drunkards on this podcast. We don't like your kind.
No wonder
I'm telling hashtag Skynet on you.
No wonder the answers have been so weird. They've been alcoholic this whole time.
Is alcoholic on the podcast. What is this? All right, next time I'm not picking the guest.
I mean, hey, AI just stands for alcoholics. Alcoholic intelligence.
That's a writer. That's a writer right
Thank
there.
you.
That's a
Thank
writer.
you.
Oh
my god.
All right, let's close it out.
Yay!
Ready?
Are you doing it?
Yeah.
Oh, okay. Do you know what the next episode is?
I will in 2 seconds.
I do.
Art on trial.
Yeah.
Art on trial.
It just says the people versus.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Art on
It's going to
trial.
be a fun episode.
That's right. Close us out, Cece. Go ahead.
All right. Thank you for listening to Cece's podcast. I mean, the Giddy Gigmeisters podcast.
Boo.
Catch us next time. To get out of here.
Thanks for listening to the Giddy Gigmeisters podcast.
Over already? I know, I'm bummed too. I hate waiting for content to drop on Mondays. Ooh.
Hey, don't worry. Here's another clip to hold you over until next Monday. Until then, keep staying giddy.
Catch us next time when we debate Art on Trial, the people versus.
Yeah. Art.
Produced by Dick Wolf.
Suck it!
And for some reason, this episode was written by Aaron Sorkin.
It's me, Ice-T.
Thanks for listening to the Giddy Gigmeisters podcast.